Okay, it's July 25th, 2017. I'm at Panama John's place in Potomac Falls, Virginia. A little view of the front yard here. Eucalyptus neglecta over there. Hardy hibiscus, cannas that come back every year amongst the sable minors here. Lots of flower stalks and seed stalks on these. Tons of hardy hibiscus, musabaju, and a big needle palm behind there too. Is that bald cypress?
I think that's redwood.
Dawn redwood. Okay.
Dawn redwood, yeah.
I always get those mixed up. Okay.
They're very similar.
And I walk over here so you can see the size of this needle palm back here. Here's the Eucalyptus neglecta. And needle palm is huge. John, I forgot, what year did that needle palm go in?
2008.
Okay, 2008. So pretty much everything we're seeing here today was pre-polar vortex by several years.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Oh yeah. At least 4 years.
I want to show you this this live oak here. Really gotten big, and this was planted 2008, right?
2008, and it's from the National Arboretum strain in Washington, D.C. These are acorns. They'll all be ready to go in late November.
God, look at all those acorns.
They're fertile because we have more than one tree here in my garden, and we'll make those available to people that want them. Just pay postage and we'll get them out to you, and they germinate.
There's gonna be a ton of acorns here, and the Spatsia japonica. What year did that go in?
I think that went in 2008 also.
2008, okay. And I remember it was knocked back a couple feet in the vortex, but you can see
it came back. And I haven't fertilized it super aggressively.
Anything but
I gotta pardon the weeds. They need to be cleaned out.
And then
the palm bed.
The original
this has been
palm seedling bed
since 2006. I gotta go get the postman. One second. Since 2006 that they've been growing.
Okay, and these are trachys, right?
Trachys,
and then sable minors.
There's minors over there.
And this is what, the northwest side of the house?
Northwest side of the house. And winds hit this side of the house pretty hard too. Snow falls off the roof. There's
even a couple of suckers coming up from this live oak here, right at the base of the tree. Looks like maybe about 6-inch caliper right now. Okay, so we have more sable minors here by the mailbox. They're about 4 feet high with lots of bloom stalks. Now, and when did these go in?
These, I think, went in either 2008 or 2009. Maybe before that for some of them. I'm just not sure, but let's just say 2009.
Okay. Okay, in the front of the house, there's a lot of Tetrapanix race paper plant, steroidal giant, which is just gigantic. And then there's another needle palm in here that looks really good. And what year did this one go in?
The needle palm, that one I believe went in 2010.
2010, okay. I always like this one because it looks a little more open than the rest. But you can see it's in pretty good shade. It looks really well. And these Tetrapanix are unbelievable. All right, now we're standing in front of the southern sable minor island. What year did these go in here?
I think I planted these in 2010.
So they're pretty much under the shade of the maple and the cherry tree, but they look good. I'm
going to open it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Per your suggestion.
And look at that Tetrapanix back there. My God. Okay, and here is live oak number 2 and 3 over here, probably about 20 feet high. Really nice and full.
One of them is from the Williamsburg population, but I know this one is from the Washington, D.C. population.
The bigger one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one I believe is Williamsburg. But it's done fine. It's had very minimal damage, no worse than any other tree.
Wow.
From the winter.
Okay, I forced John to stand behind the needle palm, but It looks like it's a good 6 feet high, and the live oak has really got a I'd say almost an 8-inch caliber trunk on it. Really done well, but this needle palm is huge. And this big tree is just loaded in here this year. Which variety is this, do you know?
This is Chicago Hardy, and if anyone wants cuttings, get in contact with me in the spring. I'd be glad to give you some.
Was it about 10 feet high?
Yeah,
maybe 12.
And this one burned to the ground during the vortex, but it came right back.
Okay, here's one of the windmills here that survived the both vortexes. Now, when did this one go in?
That one's been in the ground since 2005. It's one of the original survivors. It's seen the worst we've seen since we've lived here. Literally.
Wow, and that's a 6-foot fence, so it looks like it's about at least 12 feet, maybe a little higher.
Yeah, and there's a slope there, don't forget, so it's sloped several feet down.
That looks good. Okay, here is another needle palm out front. It has a special story behind it. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, before I knew what I was doing with palm trees, before I knew Joe or anybody in cold-hearted gardening, cold-hearted tropical gardening, I went to Tai on the website, and I bought a bare root needle palm and just stuck it in the ground and hoped for the best. And it survived. It seems to be doing pretty well. It was just a strap seedling when I got it.
Oh, that's nice. And then what's this one here?
That's a Sable Minor from Tai. Same situation. It was a strap seedling.
But the fronds look different. They look longer and floppier than regular.
I just think it's a little shady here. I got to trim some things out, and it'll look better, and fertilize it up. And you should see a difference.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Totally bulletproof.
Okay. The trifoliate flying dragon in the front here. Probably about 8 feet high.
To the eucalyptus. We're up
Okay.
second.
Here is the other trachea next to the deck. This one also survived the polar vortex. What year did this go in?
2005.
Okay.
2006.
And I'm up on the second floor deck, and it's a couple feet above the rail here. So
that's another Bluemont Nursery survivor.
yeah. And what'd you say this was, the Texas bald cypress?
This is the Texas bald cypress that grows a little more stoutly than the Virginiana bald cypress, or Texanum, whatever it is, from our area. I have both varieties, and they seem to have crossed. They both produce seeds.
It's got a nice habit. It's kind of open and almost weeping a little bit.
It's absolutely humongous.
All right, so I'm coming out the lower basement door. Musa Bajou, the big trachea survivor that we just saw from the deck. More Sable Minors underneath here. I love this combination of the Bajou and the trachea. A couple of crinum lilies, more Sable Minor, and then big old Eucalyptus neglecta up to and beyond the second floor. I'll give you another view of the trachea here. Nice and healthy.